Hi guys, welcome back to a brand new episode of 343. I'm your host AF. Today I am joined by my co-hosts Riyaz Parker and Mubeen Ahmed. And also joining us today is a good friend of mine, Odwa Solani. Odwa is a die-hard Liverpool supporter, and yeah, good to finally have you on, man. It's been a long time in the making. But yeah, how's everybody doing? Everybody good?
Yeah, good man. I'm glad to be finally on the podcast. As you mentioned, it's been a long time coming. I know you tried to get me on once, but I had some personal issues. But then yeah, I'm glad to be joining today.
Yeah, I mean, excited to have you on. Yeah, some nice content for us to get through. But firstly, normally we have a icebreaker for first timers on the show. It's been a while since we actually had a first time on the show. So, Odwa, who is one footballer from your rival team that you would wish could play at Liverpool?
David De Gea.
De Gea?
Yep.
Are you talking about prime De Gea or current De Gea?
Prime.
There's a difference. There's a difference.
Not past weekend De Gea. No, not past weekend De Gea, but prime De Gea. Like, yeah, I think he's the only player that I would love to have on my team. From a rival, if we're speaking like hardcore rival, and then the other rivals are Man City. I would have loved to have Haaland on my team, but yeah, it didn't happen. We went for Nunes.
Got Nunes.
Yeah, I'm sure we're gonna speak about that during the podcast.
Yeah. So yeah, like seeing that we're on that topic, we might as well just start with Liverpool then. We can go backwards in the results, starting with last night. Odwa, you can give us your review of the game last night and what happened there? Like what transpired last night? Because that wasn't a Liverpool team that I got used to watching over the last couple of years.
Yeah. I mean, I got worried when I saw the starting lineup, right? That was the first alarming point. And I saw the starting lineup, I saw the bench. I saw that Matip was injured. Keita injured. Yeah, so the only striker that we had was Nunes. Firmino injured. Jota has been injured for some time now. And then yeah, the bench was looking very thin, man. And I started getting worried when I saw that starting lineup. And then when we started the game, we started well. I was happy. Just that I was hoping that we'd convert our chances, which we didn't. Until Zaha scored that goal. Even then, after Zaha scored that goal, I still felt like we will get into the game as the half progresses. But yeah, man. And then the Nunes incident happened. I think that guy needs to. I don't know. I think he's still new in the Premier League. He's gonna get provoked by defenders. It's gonna happen. That was not one isolated incident. It's gonna happen next week, the other week. So he just needs to sort out his attitude. Yeah, man. I think that was the only bad point about that game. I liked how we played after he got the red card. The team started believing, the crowd was behind the team, so yeah, I was happy. But the overall result, yeah, I was happy with that. But yeah, just that one incident with Nunes, I felt like he let the team down there. Yeah, so I think Klopp is gonna have a chat with him.
Yeah, Klopp actually looked quite upset last night because I mean he got sent off and then the guy's still arguing with players. He's still arguing with the referee, and I'm like, it looked like he was making it worse for himself. Yeah.
Exactly. Every time he felt like he was fouled, he argued with the referee. That's not how you do it.
Yeah.
You just need to pick yourself up and then play, man. And I could see, like, with every foul he was getting agitated. Every foul, he was getting agitated, and I knew that the red card was coming. I thought it was going to be a yellow card.
Yeah.
I was shocked when I saw like the red card, and then they played it back into the highlights. But yeah, that was very disappointing.
Yeah, you mentioned that once they went down to 10 men, then that was like a proverbial kick up the backside that they needed, because they actually started to ball then. Right.
Yeah.
It's not the first time that we've seen something like that happen with Liverpool, though. Like their backs are against the wall and then they pull it out of that.
Always happens, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, like it's expected more so at Anfield, and you could feel the crowd behind them and everything. But Palace had their chances as well. Like, I mean, even after they were down to 10 men, Palace had their chances to wrap the game up. But yeah, clinical finishing was not one of the strong suits last night for both teams. I mean, on another day, Salah converts and he bags a brace. But yeah, he seemed like out of sorts as well last night.
Yeah, Zaha especially had a lot of chances yesterday.
Yeah.
I'm sure he was after the game he was kicking himself after that. But we also had some chances. I think Salah had a couple of chances that we could have converted. But yeah, it wasn't to be, man. I'm just worried now for the next few games. We have United coming up. We're still not sure who's fit and who isn't. We're gonna have to play someone in that striker role. I'm not sure who, but it has to happen.
Is Bobby how long is Bobby injured for?
It was supposed to be 2 weeks, I think. He might be back, but we'll see. If it doesn't happen, I think Klopp will just play Salah like up front and Diaz, and then maybe put Elliott on the right wing. If Keita is fit, might join Henderson and Fabinho in midfield. I think that's what might happen next week Monday. But yeah, we'll see, man.
Is it just me or does go ahead, Mubeen?
No, I just want to come there. I mean, when we did our season preview a few weeks ago, I remember Nikita Odwa. I'm not sure if you know Nikita, but she's one of our other panel members. And she said she was obviously happy that the season's going to start, but she was a bit concerned that the engine room or midfield, so to say, is a bit thin. So do you see Klopp or Liverpool making one or two signings before the window closes just to bolster that midfield? Because you're obviously seeing the squad being a bit thin now with 2 or 3 guys being injured.
Yeah, I was mentioning that actually to a friend. I think looking at yesterday, I'm glad that it happened like 2 games into the season instead of when we can't sign players. When it happened sometime in November or December or something. I'm glad it happened after 2 games. So that we feel the need that we need to sign another midfielder. I think I was very impressed with Eze yesterday. I'm not sure how his contract is looking, but I was very impressed by that guy. I've been watching him from last season. That I think if some team does not snatch him now, he's gonna become very expensive in the future. But yeah, man, I'm hoping we sign 1 or 2 players, especially in midfield and maybe another centre back. But yeah, I'm just hoping that after yesterday's draw, the guys go and look at midfield options.
I think also the centre back not problem, but the centre back issue next to Van Dijk is a bit of a hit and miss thing, because when Matip isn't playing there, then all of a sudden there's problems that come in randomly. Phillips didn't really play that well, that's why they took him off, I suppose. But I think that centre back pairing of Van Dijk and Matip, when that's not there, a little bit shaky at the back.
And then I think that's why they bought Konate, right? But then he was looking good in preseason. It looked like there was Gomez. We had options in preseason. Gomez. We had Matip, Van Dijk, and then I don't know, and then Konate, Phillips, and then just in a matter of weeks now, we're looking very thin. So I think we will have to have another option in defense, someone who's a solid Premier League defender. I think it has to happen.
I'm just going to theorize at this point that Liverpool are not going to buy another defender. They will end up using Fabinho in defense again. And they granted, Fabinho didn't do badly as a defender. As a central defender, he was actually quite good.
Very good.
But like you said, the midfield options are super thin. So like Klopp doesn't even have that luxury. But I remember him giving a presser the other day, an interview, and they asked him about midfield options, and he didn't sound too confident. So it's also what the club can sanction, and can have to wait and see. But yeah, moving on from Liverpool, there was a very heated game of the weekend with Chelsea and Tottenham Hotspurs. It was that game was crazy. Like if you missed it, like at least go watch the highlights. Like it was thoroughly entertaining. But Riyaz, did Spurs deserve that point? We have so many questions regarding officiating in the league, and like what was a card and what goal should have stood, and what was your takeaways from that game?
Proper old school, old-fashioned, rough and tough Premier League game there. It was interesting to say the least. The original question that you asked about deserving the 1 point is a bit of a loaded question, because Chelsea outplayed us the whole game. They completely outplayed us. Our midfield was nowhere during the game. With Conte's system, it's a bit difficult for our midfield to actually affect the game, because there are only two there in the midfield. We played either wing backs or with the forwards mostly. So when you're outclassed in the midfield, it's difficult to make a comeback in the game. But what I will say is that Conte changed the formation during the game. So we started out with a 3 at the back, and he made a change, and we were getting outplayed off the park. Luckily, Chelsea didn't score more than one goal, because Conte made the change to a 4-4-2 formation, and we scored after that. So deserving the point, and then they scored again, and we came back and we scored in the final minute. Whether it should have been a foul, whether it should have been a corner, that's officiating issues. But I think we deserved the point the way we fought back. And last season, we would never have come back. We would have probably lost 2-0. But now that you can see that Conte has taken the squad and tried to instill some sort of fight in them, which he shows as well on the touchline quite clearly. So which now it's brilliant for us, because now we can fight back from 1-0 down to 1 down, and get a result from a game when we don't actually deserve one, which is great, because Richarlison came on. Also, the substitutions has been big. The recruitment this season, you can see already in the second game, makes a massive difference, because we were able to bring on Richarlison, and he came with a lot of energy, a lot of fire, which we needed in the game, because we were nowhere before that. So just to have that depth in the squad now as well is going to only lead us in good stead, hopefully, for the future. But yeah, lots of officiating decisions that I think we'll get onto in the next podcast. But a bit of a hair pull, which should have maybe been a foul. A bit of a bit of other things as well. But we're good luck with it.
Yeah, no, that was definitely a foul, 100%. I don't even think there's a grade.
But yeah, it was a foul nonetheless.
Yeah.
We called it a bit of a hair pull.
I don't want to make it sound like he was committing like an abuse or something.
Yeah.
You guys have anything to add about the game?
Yeah, I watched it. Like I said, it was entertaining. I mean, that's what you want to see from the football game, and particularly the top six, so-called top six, that they're actually going, head to head, and not just sort of like trying to play the game, close the game. Before, if Mourinho was he'd be parking the bus, hoping for a point. So you want to see attractive, attacking football, and that's what we saw. It was a good spectacle, and a spectacle after the game also with Tuchel and Kante.
Yeah, the memes. Yeah, I've been having it.
I was very happy about that. The altercation between Conte and Tuchel.
Yeah.
I was very happy about that. I like that rivalry.
Yeah.
Like it should be a derby, man. No one should be smiling after the game. It should be fights. There should be tackles. There should be red cards. That's the stuff that I like. That's what I expect when I watch like a Man United and Liverpool, and Everton versus Liverpool, or Arsenal versus Chelsea. That's what I look forward to. So that stuff, I'm happy. I want to see them on the on the return leg and see what happens. They shake hands or something. Yeah. But yeah, I was very happy about that.
Yeah, it's sort of gone out of the league, so to say. If you go back 15 years ago, 20 years ago, you had that rivalry with Sir Alex and Arsene Wenger and Roy Keane and Vieira, and so it sort of, when that era sort of came to an end, sort of went out the window, and it's kind of refreshing to see it back, albeit with another era. But there's that want to win and not give an inch. So yeah, I guess it only does good for the game and for the league.
No, 100%. Speaking about Sir Alex and Manchester United, it's the time of the show, Mubeen, where the spotlight is on you.
It's gone.
The time for you has come to shine.
He's just not going to pitch up one day, and he's just going to be like, okay, guys.
Yeah,
it's a love-hate relationship, man. I don't know where it is right now, because he still loves the team, but I don't know. Mubeen, what's your take on the current situation at United?
It's I don't know. It's pathetic. It's the only way I can describe it. Absolutely pathetic. And I don't think Erik ten Hag is to blame at all. I think the board's to blame. He was obviously made promises when they approached him, and he had a short list of players, and particular players at that, and nothing has come to fruition. We've signed a left back, a free transfer, and
centre back.
And a centre back. So he hasn't even used up his, but he hasn't used up his allocated funds that he was promised. And we had a WhatsApp chat the other day, and I mentioned to you, how do you go from beginning the transfer window or beginning the season, from being linked with a guy like Nunez to making a bid for Marko Arnautovic? It is absolutely bizarre. We're chasing a guy like Frenkie from day one of the transfer window, and then you read a report today to say that they've told Barcelona that they're retracting the offer.
No, it's not retracted, it's expired. So they have to formulate a new offer now for him.
Then, I see today we're willing to offer Jamie Vardy a 1-year contract only, take it to leave it. It is absolutely crazy that.
But it just goes to show that the higher ups are still trying to pull the strings. So much for the manager having free reign. The higher ups are still coming in and then okay, no, we want you to do this. Because ten Hag is known for his like trying to get youth in, like to go with a younger blend of players. Jamie Vardy is not a Ten Hag signing. Like 100%. Like you cannot convince me that Jamie Vardy is a Eric Ten Hag signing. But yeah,
No,
go ahead, Mubeen.
obviously not. And you know, he's also come from a background where, I mean, I'm going to go back to his previous club, Ajax, where he didn't have to deal with things like this. He had a board consisting of Edwin van der Sar and Mark Overmars, if I stand correct. And they dealt with these issues. They dealt with shortlisting of players and scouting and all of this. He managed the team, which is why there's a manager, to make sure that the results are being, they get the results on the field. All of a sudden, he's thrown into this situation. He's got to throw names out. And it's not even the world-class players. We've been linked with guys that are falling off the wagon, has-beens whose careers are sort of coming to an end, guys who don't fit at their clubs. I don't know. I don't see a way out of this.
About an hour before we started recording now, I read a tweet that United are in for Moises Caicedo from Brighton.
I saw that.
We were linked with him a year and a half ago for £4 million. His value has now quadrupled. I mean, I think they're valuing him at about like 16 to 18 pounds now. But at the time when we were linked with him, the board said that no, he's too expensive for an unknown player. 4 million was too expensive for an unknown player. And they're willing now to pay 16 to 18 million instead. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, there's no planning at all in this football club. And like, I will back Eric Ten Hag until the day that he leaves the club, because I know that he has a process. I know that he has a plan. But as long as the current system is in place, as long as the hierarchy is the way it is at Manchester United, I feel very sorry for him. And I won't blame him if he just picks up the phone one day and says, I'm out, guys. Like, I can't work like this. I'm done.
If I can ask you guys a question quick, right? So you guys are in the situation now, obviously. How, before the end of the transfer window, do you get out of it? Or like, where do you start to like get out of the situation where, okay, well, I suppose we're 2 games in, we don't really know what the situation, I guess, is in terms of the on the pitch performance. But the 2 games that you guys have played so far have been really subpar. So in terms of on the pitch play, how do you guys solve this problem by trying to get results now out of nowhere? Like, never mind the backroom stuff or like, okay, I'll give you blind players, but like how do you get the performance on the pitch so quickly to turn it around?
Well, Mubeen, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I'm just going to answer part of it. I think you can answer why we've been subpar. And you just have to look at our engine room. I mean, you can't go into a season with Fred and McTominay, a problem that has been there for the past 4 or 5 seasons, that has tried to be addressed by the past managers, but not being addressed by the board because they refuse to sign players. When Rani came in, he said, he actually identified 5 players. The board outright said no. When he left, he told them, there's 10, you guys need to get in at least 10 signings to start an overhaul. But nothing has been done.
Why did you call that open heart surgery? Open
heart surgery. So, yeah, you can answer the rest of it.
And then he got sacked. He said that, and then the guys were like, 10 players, nope, it's okay. Like, and you can enjoy your Austria job.
He was supposed to go and become like some sort of director who's supposed to sort out the club or something.
The sporting director,
Sporting director.
So he was basically supposed to work with Eric Ten Hag, looking for a way forward, and he identified the way forward. And the owners, the higher ups, they didn't like what he had to say.
I actually thought that was genius to well, at the time when they hired him, I thought it was really clever to hire him for the rest of the season so that he could actually identify things that need to be changed or whatever,
Yeah.
to take the club forward, and then put him in a different place next season because he's not a manager, and get in a good manager and let the two of them take the club
Yeah.
further. I thought that was going to be a really, really smart, but didn't turn out that way again.
Yeah, because I mean, like Rangnick, this is his forte. This is where he excels. When he's upstairs, when he's identifying talent, when he's looking for a way to like make a club better. I mean, look what he did with RB Leipzig. He took them from what, third tier of German football to the Bundesliga. And look at Leipzig now. They are a mainstay in the Champions League every single season. And that's all thanks to like his scouting and just the way that he ran that that talent identification for the first team. And it could have happened at United, but obviously they look at what would suit their pockets more than what would actually benefit the club.
You guys think it's gonna happen? Because I read that some of the supporters are gonna boycott some of the games, so they're not gonna attend. Do you think that's gonna happen this coming week?
Well, there were talks of it being the United game, which is on Monday coming.
The Liverpool game.
Sorry, the Liverpool game. That's what I meant to say. The Liverpool game. But I mean, these things have happened in the past. There's been uproars and
I won't lie.
And,
if
and
half the stadium
green and yellow and if half the stadium,
I'm saying like if half the stadium is empty on next week Monday night, I think that will hit the owners quite hard because sponsors and any company associated with the club, they will take that as a very, very black mark. So like I'm hoping it happens, and I mean that the online campaign has been like super successful. It's been trending for the past week now, almost a week, on Twitter, and I've seen posts on Instagram as well. So I think the following and all the support online has been good, but I mean it's down to the match-going fans. Like, are those season ticket holders willing to give up their seat for the night, seeing that they paid for their ticket already? You're gonna have to wait and see. But I think last season as well there was a protest before the United Liverpool game, and then the game actually got postponed. I'm actually hoping that doesn't happen this season, because I feel like if that does happen this season, then United will end up forfeiting the game and Liverpool will be awarded the 3 points. So I'm actually hoping that it doesn't go that route. I hope the game still happens, but I hope that the message comes across nice and loud.
I actually think that you guys have like a decent chance, to be honest. Like if at the moment, it can't get much worse. And plus, Liverpool in a bit of a spot of bother at the moment as well. So I think you guys actually have a good chance as ever as the past 2 seasons, I guess. Even though your team is really playing badly, you're not to lose, so you go out and play.
Yeah.
You know, they can play freely.
But look, as long as Harry Maguire is in that central defense central defense spot, as long as Scott McTominay is in that engine room, I have no hope for United getting anything out of that game. Like, I would just hope that our goal difference doesn't get affected too badly.
You must have the faith. I have faith in you guys. Come on.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, with regards to how what Liverpool squad is at the moment, pertaining to injuries and so forth, it's probably a decent chance for us to get points, but we got to look beyond that. Where is our squad going to be come 1 September after the win? I mean, the closes end of August.
Yeah, 1st September.
So, 1st September. So where's our squad going to be on the 2nd of September? Who do we actually get in? And do we get in who Eric Ten Hag really wants? And if he doesn't, then I guess we're just in for another mediocre season.
Yeah, it's going to be a long one.
one thing I don't get about United is how is Maguire benching Varane? That's one thing. So everyone can see what that guy Maguire is not good.
Again, for me personally, I think it's a boardroom selection.
Yeah.
It's also the reason why Harry Maguire is still a club captain.
Yeah, I mean,
it doesn't make sense though. Like,
yeah.
why?
I feel like this.
Even for the board, even if you're on the board, you watch these games, you can see that guy is not
Yeah.
good. What could be the reason behind it?
They splurged 80 mil on him, so they want to save face.
And he's English.
So he has to play.
Yeah. Another boardroom action from my point of view is Scott McTominay, because we read in the past 2 days now that James Garner is being put up for sale for 14 million. I mean, he has the potential to become one of the best English players in this current generation, and he can't get into the first team for some weird reason. He's been put on the transfer list, and McTominay still gets his starts every week. Yeah. It makes no sense. I don't know. But yeah, before we run out of time, let's just get everybody's prediction for the United-Liverpool game next week. Odwa, I'm going to start with you.
I think that one is going to be an easy one for Liverpool. I'm going for a 2-0 win for Liverpool.
Only two.
Only two.
Salah with a brace, you say?
I think Salah and Diaz will be the scorers.
Diaz was immense.
Yeah, that strike from last night.
That was very good.
Holy smokes.
And he was everywhere, but I saw him defending.
Yeah.
He was a right winger, he was a left winger. I saw him everywhere.
I don't know how he had the legs for so much things.
Bro.
Yeah.
That's quality.
At least they're playing Monday again, so he's gonna be well rested.
Yeah. Riyaz, what's your prediction?
I really want to go with the United win. I really do. But I'll go with 3-1 Liverpool. 3-1 Liverpool.
Mubeen?
I'm so deflated. I'm so deflated. You won't understand. It's I've never felt like this in my life. But I'm gonna be optimistic as I am always when it comes to United, and I'm gonna say 2-1.
2-1 to United.
2-1 to United.
Okay, I'm gonna go with 2-1 to Liverpool. What the scorers will be?
Who are the scorers for the 2-1 win?
An own goal.
Come on, United has to start scoring some goals themselves this season, so might as well start there.
If playing, it's possible, but otherwise,
yeah. An own goal, maybe a wonder strike from the one-way Cristiano.
I don't even think he's going to play next week, to be honest.
I wouldn't say that. What did you say, F? What was your prediction?
I said it was 2-1 to Liverpool. And I think the one goal from United is going to be scored by Jadon Sancho. And then I think Salah bags a brace. Yeah, that is a wrap on episode 24 of 343. Just a reminder once again that if you are joining us for the first time, then please follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Sportycast. Give this video a like and give this video a share and hit that subscribe button at the bottom. Yeah, like interacting with our channel and our videos, it helps us quite a lot with regard to the YouTube algorithm. So yeah, we very much appreciate it. Thanks, guys, for pulling through. Always a pleasure. Odwa, thanks for making the time, man. Hopefully this is the first of many.
Great, man. Thanks for having me. Yeah, sure, I'll definitely pull through next time.
Cool, man. Looking forward to it. But yeah, I'm A for 343, and I will catch you guys next time.